Hello everyone and welcome to Programming with Dan. Today I got 4 most important steps for anyone who's gonna start programming from scratch. Getting started with coding might be a little bit confusing because there are vast range of learning materials, there are different platforms, there are different languages. If you want to make a career in IT industry or you have an idea and want to turn it into an application, please make sure to stick around to the end of this video. Tip number 1. Choose your platform. Let me first give you a brief explanation. There are 2 main platforms to build the program for, web and mobile. Web itself is broken down into front-end and back-end. And for mobile application, there are 2 famous platforms, one for iOS and one for Android. On web, a back-end programmer is mainly dealing with logic of the application. For example, on an online shopping store, all the functionalities like managing the customer shopping cart, bank transactions, or manipulating database data are all backend functionalities, while a front-end developer is responsible for the user interface, actually everything users see and interact with on a website. It can be a form, a landing page, or a single-page application, like your Gmail UI. Regarding mobile environment, as a mobile application developer, you will be responsible for implementing logic of the application along with the UI. When it comes to picking a platform, there are a couple of things you need to take into consideration. The first and perhaps the most important point is the job market. You can simply check some online tools like Payscale to figure out number of jobs in your country as well as the amount of salary for each role. The second thing you need to pay attention to is your personality style. If you are more into graphic, design, colors, well, you better go with front end. And if you are more interested in solving problems, finding innovative solutions, backend programming is a better choice for you. Tip number 2. Select a programming language. I think this step is the trickiest one because nowadays there are so many programming languages out there. While all of them share some common concepts, but still there are huge differences between them. To name a few, for example, for backend development, there are some choices like C#, Java, Ruby, or Python. It would be a little off topic if I discussed similarities and differences of these languages on this video, but don't worry, I will dedicate a full video on this topic later. Regarding frontend, there are some markup languages that every frontend developer needs to learn, like CSS and HTML. As a short explanation, these markup languages are mainly used to set the structure of the page, color, design, and generally look and feel of the page. They are not designed to implement complex functionalities. For example, populating different sets of data for different sections of the page. To perform such complex UI functionalities, what you need is JavaScript. JavaScript is actually heart of front-end development. Also, there are some libraries based on JavaScript like Angular and React, which are so handy when it comes to implementing more advanced UI, for example, a single-page application. It's worth to mention that these libraries are getting more and more attention these days because they can be used as a mobile development tools as well. That means by knowing JavaScript and one of these libraries, not only you would be able to implement stunning web pages for your web application, but also you will be able to implement mobile applications. As an example, Instagram. The application is used by millions of people around the globe. It's fully implemented in React. If you prefer to build native mobile applications, you will still have 2 more choices, Kotlin and Swift. Kotlin is specific for Android devices, and Swift is the newest programming language for iOS applications. And right now, before we dive into the next step, if you are thinking about getting started with programming or you recently started, please take a moment and share below this video which programming language did you pick, so I can help and support you. Tip number 3. Pick the right learning resources. Once you select a language, you'll discover that there are tons of different resources to learn a topic. Resources like video, blog, apps, books, and so on. Content is presented in learning materials are not the same, and not all of them comprehensively discuss the topics. So you kind of have to mix some of them to learn a topic. Bear in mind that you don't need to learn every aspect of a topic or language from beginning. I always tell students start small and go fast. That means start with basic concepts and dig into more advanced ones over time. Tip number 4. Build something small and keep learning. After you've learned some basic concepts of programming, pick a project and start to code. It doesn't matter what is it. It can be as simple as a calculator. During this time, you will discover your questions and try to find answers for them and keep on learning. The more you code, the better you'll master your skills as a developer. During building the project, continue with learning. Try to every day, spend some hours for learning, and after that, apply what you've learned on your code. Start to gain experience and use your knowledge to gear up your code. If you like this video, please give it a like and make sure to share it with anyone who might benefit from it. I will see you in the next video.